Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Today, where are we? Well, we're in Midtown Paphos. We've just been to one of the courier offices and we've had the little package. There we are. So this is actually going to be a live opening on camera. Some little rat's been having a look at it by the looks of it, but let's have a look. Let's try and open it up. There we are. Let's get it open. And what is it, we're wondering? Well, let's have a look inside the little package. Look at that. There we are. A very simple little thing. And the idea is that we're going to stick it on the windscreen, stick the mobile phone to that, and hopefully, oh so sweet Caroline, you never know, we might get that little bit of a smoother ride in the murk. So, where are we? Well, as I said, we're in Midtown Paphos. We're on the street that's had a lot of diggering going on. So that's where we are. You have a look, sit back, kick off the shoes, get yourself a Nigel Big Guns or a frappe and join me as I descend through Midtown Paphos, and eventually, if you're wondering where we're going to downtown Paphos. We're going to the Kato Paphos Harbour, and you're wondering why are we going down there? Two reasons: for you to get a great view of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and more importantly, I'm going for lunch. So I'd like you to join me on my little drive, and hopefully, you never know, hopefully you might learn something, because we are going to give you some of the bearings, some of the landmarks along the way. Now, without further ado, let's continue on our travels. But of course, as traditions go, we have to check with the Breakfast Club. So we're going to check in Miss Dawn, Mr. Sean, and of course Miss Anne and Mr. Roger. Hopefully you're sitting there and you're relaxed, and hopefully Miss Dawn, on your lap is my little Cypriot Gumbaru, the one and only Miss Daisy. Kick back, Miss Daisy. You're back in paradise. You're back on the island of love in downtown Paphos. Please forgive the potholes. Caroline, get your jumper back onto that memory foam cushion. Nigel, pour yourself another Big Guns, because you're going to need it. Anyway, here we go. Right, this is where all the big diggering is going on in central Paphos. Been going on for a year. They promise it's going to finish, well, sometime soon, so they say. But we know local authorities world over, they, shall we say, are over-optimistic with their targets. They always take longer and they always spend a lot more money. Why is that? Well, there's a lot of friends got their hands in that till, that's for sure. Anyway, here we are. Midtown Paphos. To our right hand side is a Petrolina petrol station, and if you were to wiggle around just down this little area here, you would enter the Old Town. Well, we're not going to go to the Old Town, we're going to go straight through hell, and we're going to come out by Kennedy. Marika still in my English even when she's not with me. Anyway, we're going to come out by Kennedy Square, and then we're going to go down another road that's just reopened, but they haven't finished it yet, and we're going to go down towards Mid Paphos. And then, of course, as promised, we're going to go down to the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour. And you're going to get a great view, so please stick with me, and here we go. Now, on that note, if you like what you see, please hit the like, click subscribe, and why not come back for a little bit more of my insanity. Now, I know the pretty one is not with us on these drives, but don't worry. She's coming back from downtown Tbilisi in the next couple of days, and she's told me that she's going to be ready to chuchka dance her way down the Kato Paphos promenade and into the harbour. There'll be a lot of hugs and kisses, lots of foreign languages being spoken, and of course she's going to look more beautiful than ever. So, if you haven't met Miss Ochin Basibula Booth, if you're that new to the channel, we thank you for joining us, but please go hunting back through the back catalogue and introduce yourself to the most beautiful woman in the world, Miss Ochin Basibula Booth, which of course is my partner in crime, Miss Marika. Now, just checking over my shoulder. Oh yes, Mr. Allen. Flick the machine on, make sure it's plugged in, set it up to a leisurely pace, 2-3 miles an hour, and of course later on in the drive you can kick up that speed and break out the sweat. Here we go. This is actually Uptown Paphos, and to the right hand side is Kennedy Square, and as you can see, we've entered hell again. Look at the state of this road. How again these businesses are surviving, I don't know. Lots have closed down, lots have relocated, but one or two are still, should we say, in operation. How? I don't know. But hey, if you've got a business on these streets, as a consolation, the Gumbaru number 1, who likes to black is black. I'm using my English, confusing my English again. Marika must be stealing it. Anyway, the Gumbaru number 1, the mayor gets to park his Mercedes on double yellow lines outside of school on the chevrons. But hey, that's the inequalities in life, and of course that's the rant over. Here we are, we're joining the road that would take you up into the Old Town. If you wiggled to the right, you'd go past George's Optician, past the Agipori Hotel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but there's a big hotel there. And then you go up past Marks and Spencer's, and then of course you would hit Cafe Nero, work of art with a great spectacular view, great coffee place, and then of course you're in the Old Town. So where are we now? Got Green Air, that's a green energies company. They like to fit solar panels and all that kind of stuff on your house, and of course you will save a bit of money, but of course you're going to have to spend quite a lot of money first to save it, so I don't really understand it myself. If I was building a new house, I would install all these things and bits and bobs, but we don't live in a new house. Anyway, where are we now? If you were to take a left here, by the way, you'd go onto the road that we refer to, well, the locals do anyway, as Russian Road, Russian Street. And the reason for that is there are a lot of, should we say, Russian-focused businesses on that part of the area, and there are a lot of Pontian Greeks who live in that area. Now, I'm not going to go into what Pontian Greeks mean. You can go on Google and check it out. But basically, as the Greeks in olden times wandered along the coastline, they had children, got married and that kind of stuff. And if you live in those areas, if you can trace your heritage through back to Cyprus or Greece, therefore you can come and live in Cyprus or Greece and obtain Greek IDs and that sort of thing. Anyway, Mr. Ian, you go and check it out on Google and put us a nice explanation of what it actually means. Belladonna Takeaway, I've mentioned quite a few times, that's on the right hand side. On our left hand side is a bus water main, and on top of that is the Alpha Mega supermarket. But I'm dying, my God, I'm dying. Which means that on the side there is the Sunsour, that's Gracevia Booth, stealing my English again. Anyway, on the left hand side is the Sun Tower, which is like a furniture shop, DIY shop, cushion shop, that kind of thing. If you want something for your house, perhaps you should pop into there. Just over here on the left hand side, the Begona Garden Centre, and that means right across the road to it on my right is the downtown kings of the avenue, Paphos Mall. Yes, that's where it is. And this is the Paphos Mall roundabout, and of course the structure you're seeing up in the sky is known as the Paphos Skywalk. If you want to go for a nice little bit of a walk, I recommend it to everybody. It is a nice little walk, quite leisurely, anyone can do it, infants or the oldies like myself, and you get a totally different view of downtown Paphos and uptown Paphos and a bit of fresh air, and at least you can say, well, I've done it. Now at the moment it's free of charge, but I know that the man who likes to park on the WL lines is hatching a plan, and I wouldn't be surprised by next year there'll be turnstiles at the entrances and you'll probably have to come up with €3 or €4. So why not go and do it now? Here we are. Officially, we are in downtown Kato, Paphos. That's where we are. And this is the street that takes us down to Paradise. Paradise is a promenade and the harbour area. And if you're looking to buy a property in downtown Paphos, this could be the street for you, because on this street there are more property sellers than anywhere else, possibly in the world. So if you're looking for that perfect apartment, perfect townhouse, or that multi-million euro villa, this could be the street for you. So as you can see in the distance, the sun is glistening, and there is something just over yonder that is very, very blue indeed, and it's not Mr. Paul, because we all know that Mr. Paul does like a bit of blue. I'm dressed head to toe in blue, the sea is blue, the sky is blue, so all that's actually missing is you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Cyprus is quite simply waiting for you. There we go. Feast your eyes and digest. We are in downtown Paradise. Look at that for a view. It really, really doesn't get much better. So this is officially where the promenade ends, by the way, and that's officially where the harbour begins, and that's known as the Wood Kiosk. And if you want anything special, you can pop in there. The only thing you can't get in there, which is why I don't stop very often, is a can of Coke. For some reason, in their insanity, they've already hooked up with the Pepsi man. Now he's a clever man, as you can see. He's decided to leave his van door open while he has a chat on his mobile phone. Still, at least he had a smile on his face, and at least he's not talking on his mobile phone, having a cigarette, having a frappe, and adjusting his flip-flops as he drives. There we go. At least there's a little bit of common sense in him. So where are we now? Well, I'm going to take you for a bit of a wiggle and a bit of a waggle to the rear of the Kato Paphos promenade, because you can't drive down the promenade anymore unless you're a delivery driver. Yes, they have finally, in their great wisdom, made it pedestrians only, and you can only go down it with a designated vehicle and I believe a pass, so they're saying, if you're going to be making deliveries. And you're going to be able to make deliveries from 5 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock in the morning. And after that, it's going to be purely pedestrianised. So, where are we? The street, which runs to the wiggle and waggle to the rear of the promenade. Bearings, well, you've got Theo's Kiosk, Theo's Jewellery Shop, Papa Antonio Supermarket, of great use to most people. You've got Chris Car Hire on my left, and you've got the Basilica Leptos Holiday Resort on my left as well. Zoe's Leather, if you want a bag or a belt, something like that. And if you're looking to buy a downtown Kato Paphos apartment, on my left hand side, they are building some new ones for you. And if you want a scooter, you can go and rob it off that young boy there. You should be wearing a crash helmet, that's the new laws. So me and Marika have got them, so hopefully when we're whizzing around, the Gambaros in blue, one, won't be able to catch us, and two, they'll think, wow, they are abiding with the legality, shall we say. Now we're coming back round now, and as you can see, hopefully, there's the blue Mediterranean Sea. What's that mean? That means that's downtown Kato Paphos Promenade. That's what that means. T for 2 on my left, Altea all-day lifestyle in front of me, and a taxi that is pondering on what it's going to do. Looking for a place to park, I think. So just up there is the Penguinos, or Penguins restaurant, as we say. And great place to go for a sandwich or a cocktail or a coffee. And it has a great view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. La Royale, which is our favourite restaurant on the left-hand side. Starbucks and Coffee Island. And if you want to go a bit more upmarket, on the other side you've got the Costa Coffee. Oh my God, Marius Diamonds is open. Let's get going. So now we are joining Pasadonus Avenue. And this is the Hotels Road. You've got the Annabelle Hotel over there on the right. The next hotel that's going to come up on the right is going to be the Almira. And if we keep going, you're going to get to the hotel known as the Great. Many people know the Great. Oh so Sweet Caroline and Mr. Nigel Big Guns know the Great. Although they're not going to stay here next time. Hopefully the Great will forgive you for the next visit. And of course, superstars. Who else likes to stay here? Fiona. Oh yeah, Fiona and Rob, they like to stay there. And Fiona likes to drag Rob down to Marius Diamonds. Feel sorry for you, Rob. But I tell you what, if you pop me a few euros in the post, I'll always check when it's open, and I'll text you when it's closed. So that will be the time to take Fiona down to the blue Mediterranean Sea. And tagging on behind, of no doubt, will be Dayman. So you never know. She got a couple of bob, you know. She might loan you some money, Rob, to buy that special diamond necklace for Miss Fiona. And of course, Maggie, well, Miss Maggie likes to stay there as well. And we know many other people do as well. So if you like to stay in that hotel, drop it in the comments. And guess what? You can be included in the Alexander the Great special club. Where are we now? This area is known as the Triangle. Many restaurants and bars and gift shops along here, and if you are out on the hotel road yonder, this probably will be the first place that you would stop on your way into downtown Paphos. So here we are. That is the Olympic Lagoon Resort, and that's its main reception. And I think We will not drive into it because they like to throw us out. If you're new to the channel, go hunting back for our Olympic Lagoon videos and you will find us being thrown out on a couple of occasions. There we are. Most people, like yourselves, have a love-hate relationship with myself and Marika. Anyway, thanks for watching, and a big shout out to my tonic JJ and barrow number 1, Mr. Andy. Keep wiggling that rear end, Andrew. Angry? I'm losing my English. I'm getting angry. There we go. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and why not come back for that little bit more of my insanity. And there you go, Joe. That's where it all happened, Julie. That's where it all happened. Kathy, that's where you had your birthday. And of course, Mr. Colin. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching.